Hey everybody, how is it going? Utarik here, and I'm doing a Q&A because I announced it on Facebook that I would. I have an Ask FM, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's basically where people can ask you questions. You can answer them, you can choose what to answer. But a lot of that is stupid stuff most of the time. Every now and then I'll get a legitimate question. So I put it on Facebook that, you know, now's the time if you want to ask something serious or anything that you want to be answered, this is your chance. And I can't remember the last time I did a Q&A, so here we go. My favorite game in my childhood was Final Fantasy VII. I played that a lot with my brother. I've mentioned this many times before. It actually took me like 10 years to complete. I never actually finished it over the countless times I played it. I finished it on stream. I even have a tattoo on my arm. That picture is from when I got it done at the tattoo place. It's unfinished, and it's basically the logo of the meteor. It's got the Shinra building within the meteor, and then a Buster Sword going right through it. I have no idea when I'll get this finished. Hopefully by 2016. Tattoos are expensive. A good idea of a vacation for me would be anywhere in America that's warm. So, you know, anywhere on the equator, or the Maldives, because I haven't been there since 2001 or 2. I think 2001. Maldives, if you don't know, Maldives is a beautiful place where there's just islands. There's a string of islands in the South Indian Ocean. It's amazing. I've been there like twice, I think, or 3 times. I'm not sure. Beautiful place. I'd love to go back. At any place that's warm or hot and has like white sand and clear, transparent water. That's a really nice place for me to go. I went ahead and checked on Steam what was the game that I put the most time into, and it's close by 75 hours, but it's Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That's on Steam, but I used to play Final Fantasy XI online, and I had, I think, close to a year worth of time played on that game. So, yeah, those are, but I don't have any evidence of that to prove it, but so we'll just go with CSGO. But Final Fantasy XI was an online MMORPG, and I put hundreds of hours into that game. It was really good. Not sure if anyone even plays it anymore, but I guess CSGO is what I play like every day. I would live in America, obviously, as I've said many times before. It's my goal, my dream to live in America. I don't even, like, the specific place, I guess, would be on the West Coast. I've been to Seattle, and I've been to the Bay Area. I haven't been to LA. I've been to New York, Las Vegas, Texas, and then obviously I've been in Canada too. But New York's nice, but not really ideal for me. Seattle and the Bay Area are probably one of those, because they're just amazing. Seattle is like one of the nicest, like, looking cities I've ever been to. Like the views, the city itself, the food, and then the Bay Area is just, well, it's fucking San Francisco. You know, it's amazing. The #1 thing on my bucket list is to go to Pripyat. And if you don't know what Pripyat is a city in the country of Ukraine. It is an abandoned city because of the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. Basically, during tests, the Chernobyl nuclear reactor had a meltdown, and what could have been way worse wasn't, luckily. However, the entire city of Pripyat is now, you know, it's completely abandoned. No one lives there. Some people still live around there somehow, I don't understand. But it won't be radioactive free for like thousands of years or something like that. I don't know the exact statistics, but they do tours where you can go into the city with a tour guide, or you can just go by yourself, but that's probably not advisable. And someone went there and they did a blog, and they wrote a diary and explained the feelings they felt when they were there. And someone also rode their bike. I wish I could find this old website, but they basically took pictures of everything driving through the affected area. because it's not just a city that's affected, it's like mass amounts of area around that city that's also affected, that's just complete, you know, abandoned. No one is there. And she rode a bike, took pictures of things, and wrote passages for them, what she felt. And she explained that when she was in the city of Piprat, she felt so alone and quiet, like it was so quiet and there was so dead that she like felt this peace that was indescribable, and then it became terror because there was no one there, because it was just this horrific event that had happened in the past, and in a split a couple of days, it was like people were here and then they were gone because everyone had to evacuate. And you can go in, like, you can walk around the streets, fine, see all the buildings, but in some of the buildings, if you go into rooms, the radiation is pocketed in those rooms, so you could be fine and then go into one room and you'll have lethal dosage of radiation given to you and probably die. So I wouldn't want to do that, but I still would want to go to Pripyat. At the moment, my favorite metal band, I listen to a lot of Gent, but I also listen to, I don't even know the genres, but I basically listen to Intervals, Tesseract, I listen to Avenged Sevenfold. I've been listening to a lot of heavier stuff like Meshuggah lately. It varies, because I'll actually listen to, like, say, jazz or blues or OST stuff or classical things. Hell, even some fucking Russian choral chanting, you know, from medieval times. Or that's how diverse my listening of music is. Like, it'll be one thing, and then it'll be the next, and then I'll go through a phase where I constantly listen to an album. Like, I'm now getting back into Trivium, and I haven't listened to them for like almost 2 years. My music just switches, but my favorite metal at the moment is probably just Jet. I've never really thought of joining a group. I know that the Creatures are a group, you know, Rooster Teeth is a group, and then there's like Minecraft groups and whatnot, and that's great for them, but for me, it's something that sets you down. You're locked into something, and if you play with other people, or if you don't want to play with other people, and it gets complicated, and you know, and fans will say like they will come up to in the comments and like will say shit like you haven't played with this person in a while, why aren't you friends anymore? And it's literally got nothing to do with any of that, and it's mainly because you just want to play with other people. You don't have to play. You don't have to always play with like the people of a group. But I would like to be in a group. I consider myself in the groupless group, if that makes any sense. You know, I'm friends with like Max, Nick, Renee, and all of these other YouTubers and whatnot, you know, like Minilad and shit like that. And they're not really in a group, they're just like, they're just doing their thing. And the only real benefit I could see for a group would be like, say, the Creatures. Like the Creatures, you know, they are a group that's limited, or company now, and it classes as a business, and that is an amazing opportunity where you can expand on that and you can employ people. You know, like they have Dexter, who is, I'm assuming he's gonna, because it's a business now, they can sponsor him to move out and live in Colorado. So that would be the only benefit for me, ideally, apart from the fact that I get to do my job in a building with others. But the only way I would ever be in a group like that, if it were to ever happen, I wouldn't like forcibly make the decision to seek out a group to join. If it just happened naturally, like, and it was a decision that we made as a group to become a business, it would be great, but I would have to be in a situation where my channel was doing well enough to support that. Like, my channel is doing fine now ish, but it's not just like, I'm not living off my channel alone. I'm living off of my Twitch, this channel, several other affiliations, and stuff like that. So yeah, the long-term goal is basically to build up the channel as best as I can, and get back on track to where we were a year ago. My favorite YouTuber would probably, well, it's a mix between, I'm not sure actually, two. Yeah, two. I don't watch gaming channels. I'm a gaming channel, but I don't like to watch other people play games. I'll watch people stream, but I won't watch videos unless it's something cool that I'm interested to, like say pro CS:GO clips from Tweeday. I guess the only two channels that I really love are OnlyNG and PsychPebbles. I'm hugely into watching animations and funny cartoons and dark humor and shit like that. So those two guys are probably my favorite YouTubers. Every time they tweet me, I kind of like fanboy a little. But yeah, so I don't really enjoy gaming channels, which is I guess that's like, in a way it's bad because a lot of people will actually watch other people to see what they're doing and like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can play that game and I can edit it like this guy does in his channel. Okay, let's try that. That's a new thing. And so I don't benefit from that. I just edit the way I edit and I just play games that I like. So yeah, that's the best way I can answer that. My plans after YouTube, I have no idea. I can't say that I'm gonna go into this field. I with my experience with gaming, here's how I look at it. You know, I play games, I put them on YouTube, I stream it, I'll edit videos. I have like, it's not hard to get the skills that I have. Like I can edit well, I can do stuff with Photoshop, I can compose, I can manipulate sound and music, and that's it. You know, I'm an entertainer at best, you know, a YouTube personality. So when I think of like, what could I do after this, if there is gonna be an after anytime, I have no idea when, but it will happen. There'll be a day where that's it, like I've got, the next thing has come. Whether it be a negative or a positive. But I have no idea what I could go to with what I have. Like I have 4 years of self-employment on my resume, which for one is good, but the content of what that self-employment is based around is not really, you know, well, we need him on this, get him over here, you know, because it's just gaming. But for the gaming industry, I know the industry. I don't specifically know it as like a coder or a dev, but I know it as a consumer and someone who gives to the community. I know the community because I put out content and those people will say, give their opinion on the content. So essentially I'm like a middleman between the dev, the consumer, and I'm also a consumer giving what the consumers want from the devs, if you think of it that way. So really the only like plausible career path that I can see after YouTube and Twitch would be within the industry in some form or another. But at this point, I have no idea. I literally will just ride this out as long as it can. If it somehow has taken us 4 years we're gonna jump in the next 6 months to like go crazy high for some reason, amazing, you know, that's great. If it carries on this way and 2 years from now, like I have to make a decision like, you know, this isn't going anywhere, then I'll do that and I'll have to make plans for that. But at this point, I can never really answer that question, you know, like where are you gonna be 5 years from now? I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. I've been to Australia in 2003. I went to Sydney, I was in Perth and Port Douglas. Would I go back? Maybe in the future if it's something that like I can afford, but also it's a massive trip. Like it takes like what, 26, 28 hours to get there. You have to go to Dubai and then from Dubai you either go to Singapore or just go straight to Australia. I have no idea, but it's a crazy journey, and I hate flying, and unfortunately for me, I have to do it a lot when I go see parents and whatnot, and usually the flight will be 9 to 10 hours, and that's it for me. Like, any more than that is just, you know, too much, and I've done that. I've done more than that, so I have no idea. If someone invents, you know, a portal, then I'll go. How about that? If you invent the portal, then I'm coming straight to your fucking house. Hey man, that's pretty cool that like my videos have helped in a way that I am not aware of. I've had several people send me messages or left comments saying that like, you know, they're in hospital or they're going through depression and my videos have helped them. It's interesting because I have no I have no way of knowing that's like a situation that happens, you know? I'm here just like recording games and uploading them. I have no idea that someone's like in this hospital bed, or, you know, someone who is suffering from a condition and their only escape is entertainment on YouTube. And it feels amazing to be able to provide something like that. So thanks. But will I make another Let's Play? I'm not sure, because Let's Plays don't seem to work anymore. They do for some people, but for me, for my channel, it doesn't work as it used to. And sure, like, it's not about the views, blah, blah, blah. Well, it is about the views. That's number one. But number two, you know, it's what I have fun with. And I have fun with uploading stuff that I feel proud of. And if I do a Let's Play and, say, record an hour of a game and then cut it up into 15-minute chunks and then just slap it on YouTube, that's pathetic. It's not even like, it's like, a year ago, I would have been fine with that. You know, that's what I was doing. But now it just doesn't reap the benefits. It's a way almost of driving people away. It's boring. Sure, there's a handful of you that will probably be like, well, that's entertaining. But that has now migrated to Twitch. Let's Plays from me, now they're on Twitch. And I know that not everyone can make it to that. And I know people will say, well, why don't you just like upload the footage from Twitch onto YouTube? But it's just, it doesn't seem worth it to me. Which is why I'll do like a highlight section or a cut up section of this and put it on, you know? I hope that answers your question. So when I left Plymouth, the reason was because I needed to move away to be more central to where my family was. I only had a few friends, literally. I could count them on these hands, these fingers, these hands. I had like 3 friends in Plymouth. And 2 of them was the band Mammal. If you didn't know, I was in a band. I play bass and sing. And we played a fucking heavy set, you know. We loved this rock music that's like Muse and Foo Fighters and Queens of the Stone Age, and we would like put all our minds into it to create something that was so much better. To be honest, most of the time I would just create a bass line. The lead singer, Lee, he would write the songs, Todd would do the drums, and Lee was my tutor at university. Todd was on my course, and I was obviously on the same course. So we all had amazing input into the band. Leaving Plymouth meant leaving those guys and also leaving the band. So I left. It was a pretty tough decision that actually was going through my head for 8 months. I really didn't want to leave, and I missed the music so much. I missed the band, but to go forward in life, I had to move. I had to leave Plymouth, so you won't ever see me in that band again, unfortunately. So I haven't watched any insanely popular dramas. The only one that I can imagine that's insanely popular is the most watched show, which is Game of Thrones. I actually think that The Walking Dead is a load of shit. I think that the money that they have for it definitely isn't reflected in the writing, the CGI, the way that they're trained to use the guns, the way that the story like seems to go off all in crazy directions that don't even make sense. It's not about like zombies anymore. Zombies, like, you see the zombies and shit, like, it's not about that. The zombies are a second priority in the story now, which is frustrating because it's like, it should be about that. I know it's based off a book, and I know that I might be slightly ignorant to the story because I gave up on the first half of season 2. But it's like, now it's like the zombies are an annoyance that they occasionally have to deal with, and the real thing is other people. And sure, that's what would probably happen, like, after the survivors have like established themselves as the ones that made it through the epicenter, I guess, of the initial breakout. I don't know if that's the right word. And now survivors are fighting each other to survive. But like, it's just, the show is so shit. I can't stand it. I can't stand that fucking show. It's so dumb. So apologies to any fanboys. Just ignore me, trust me. But what I've been watching lately is the Peaky Blinders. It stars Cillian Murphy, and it's about a family that lives in Birmingham in the early 1900s. And it's more or less a It's a drama about how this family is dominant over the entire city and how they're like, you know, it's almost like the mafia of Birmingham. It's really good. There's 6 episodes per season. I think there's 8 on the second season, but I'm just about to finish the first season. But it's really good, and I really recommend that you watch it. You know what, dude? I have no idea what I imagined myself being after I finished high school. I think it was probably joining the army because that's the plan I had at that time, but honestly I can't say because that was 10 years ago. I think it was just like my main goal was the army back then, but I really can't answer that properly. Maybe that or a racing driver, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to be in a band, make a living off that. That's what I wanted, but that never happened. I'm not a big anime fan. I used to be. Anime now irritates me. It's like every anime is the fucking same. It's the rehash copy with a different story. The only one that I've been watching lately is Parasite, which is pretty fucking cool. It's original, you know, it's different. But most animes I find, you know, it takes place in fucking school, or it's around some school character. You know, luckily his parents are away for like 2 months, or his parents are dead, or he's living with his mom, and you rarely see her. And you've got the shy girl who has big tits. You've got the nerdy girl that doesn't talk, who's a Rei Iron Army clone from Evangelion. Then you've got the, you know, the exaggerated, enthusiastic best friend character who likes the shy girl. And then you've got the main guy character, old girl character that's really like average and is like, I don't want to do this, or like gets mad or has emotions to some girl. And then you've got the, you know, the sensei who's like, you know, he's down to earth with the students or whatever. And then they've got to do something, they get up to this, and then they go to the beach for the summer thing, and then they come back and it's winter, and then it's a romance that never happens, and it drives you insane. I just lost all hearing in my ear, that was weird. Anime drives me insane, unless it's good. And there aren't that many good ones, so I don't really pay that much attention to it. I just read manga instead. If I was able to do anything with unlimited money, I would put like all of that money into research for, you know, space travel. You know, we'd develop like something that could travel light speeds, and we'd fucking explore. We'd have little boats that go off and shit and explore other places, and then they'd come back and be like, yo, we found this fucking planet. It's way better than ours. It's way bigger. You know, it's cleaner air. There's this element that we've discovered. You know, that one that provides clean energy, unlimited clean energy, and that it's everywhere. You know, let's fucking go. And then everyone on Earth just like gets on this big ass boat and just jolts over there, and it's all because of me. What better fucking thing could you put money on? I think that's like, sure, I could like fucking make, what's it called, bouncy castles or something, start a bouncy castle company with my unlimited money and like provide bouncy castles to every single house in the world, or houses to the people that don't have them so they can have a bouncy castle too. That would be amazing. That would be sick. But I want to go into space. Let's go into space, guys. Let's start this business. Someone donate unlimited money to me. Just give me a blank 000 check thing. Just do it. Let's go. Let's fucking do this. I would live in California. I would live in the Bay Area. All my friends are there. And, you know, Twitch is right there. All of the companies are right there. It's funny. Every single fucking company has a main branch in the Bay Area, San Francisco area. And it's crazy. But also, because of the food. Yeah, because of the food. In-N-Out, and then all of the Asian food. Oh my god, don't even get me started. You know what? Everyone gets tired at some point. I get tired of it, I'm not gonna lie. But what I do is I take a break. I take a step back, you know, I'll go out and I'll do something for a weekend, and then I'll come back and I'll feel, it doesn't take long for me to get that motivational feeling where I'm like, yeah, I need to get back into this. I want to do it. But will I ever get tired of it? You know, yes, I will. I know I will. Everyone will get tired of something. That it's just how we are as human beings. If you just do the same thing over and over and over and over again without any change, you get tired of it. But the thing is, I'm not like pushing buttons and getting numbers on my screen. I'm entertaining, but with different media forms. So there's different games, there's different stories, there's different visuals, there's different sounds, there's different characters. There's so many different situations to deal with these games that it really makes like what I do so diverse. So I don't think I'll actually get bored of it, but I'll get because of that. But I'll get bored of the rehashing thing. Like when I get bored of games, I'll get bored of YouTube. That's the only really thing I can see, but I don't imagine I get bored of games anytime soon. I think my favorite year of my life was 2011. I started YouTube 2011. I think it was 2010 actually. No, it was the beginning of 2011. The end of 2011 is when I started getting paid for it. I bought a second monitor, was actually a TV. I had a PS3 and I bought a Blackmagic Intensity Pro card. I have no idea how I bought it because I was on a student allowance, you know, it was fucking expensive. And I recorded myself playing Dead Space 2 demo and I talked over it, and that was it. That triggered this amazing hobby that I had started watching other people, and I could do it now. I was like, whoa, fuck yeah. I even remember I didn't know about Audacity, which if you don't know what that is, it's a free voice recording program. It's what I'm recording my voice on right now. I downloaded and bought a £5 program that records your voice because I had no idea that you could download a free program. And then after that, I did Dead Space 2. Then I did Amnesia, and then I started doing Minecraft, and then after that, it was just, you know, it was upward from there. And it was a hobby, and it was the hobby of my 3rd year at university, and by the end of it, it took 5 months of just this hobby slowly, gradually going up like that to become, you know, a career. And it's amazing how that can work out for you. I remember that I had finished uni, and I was waiting to move into my new house. And it was like, I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm gonna be getting this partnership, so I'll be getting paid soon by a company for playing games. And my parents were really like, you know, this is a scam. And then I was like, just wait, trust me. And then I showed them my first paycheck, and they were like, okay, you keep doing it. And that's when I used to get paid quite a bit. That was nice. Because I remember my first paycheck, I bought my computer. This is a different computer now, but I paid for my a brand new computer, everything brand new, top of the line, top of the range shit. You know, a 580, a 2600K, 4 gigs of 1600 millihertz RAM, a Asus Sabertooth P67 motherboard, a Corsair, cool. You know, it had the top of line shit, and half 932 case. It looked amazing. So yeah, that was my favorite year, 2011, best year of my life. So I have privated that video now because I don't want people to see it. But if you're new or you don't know about what I did, I said that I was through with YouTube, and I really was. But it was because of a different reason, and that reason was I was sick and tired of the same shit. I was frustrated. I was stressed. I was not in the right mindset, and honestly, I think what I did was a mistake. I still regret it to this day, but I needed to do it. I regret the mistake because of the repercussions from it. I've lost a lot of people on my channel. The channel growth is always slow, and it's frustrating, but I'm not concerned with that right now. When it grows properly, it'll grow. But the reason I decided I want to put up videos again was because I wanted to put up highlights. Also, when I saw the dramatic decrease in views and in subs, I mean, I was in the red for 2 months. three months. Every day, minus 100 subs, minus 100 subs, something like that. People are just unsubscribing because they didn't need to sub to me anymore because they weren't expecting to see anything. And I honestly think it was a dumb idea, but I wanted to put highlights up from streams that were funny. And then from there, I was being more consistent with those. And I missed it. I honestly missed it. I pulled a Hutch. And someone called me out on it. Someone was like, yeah, you basically did what Hutch did. And I did. You know, I regret it, but you can't live in the past. So I can only just work on the stuff that I have now and hope that it actually goes somewhere properly. I think my favorite food is Japanese curry. Mainly because I had no idea what to expect with a curry from Japan. My only experiences with curry are Indian curries in the UK, and they are not necessarily spicy, they're just like gross, if anything. But when you told me to try out Japanese curry, I got the ingredients and I couldn't find the herb that you use for it. I forget what it's called now, golden something. And it took me ages to find it, and when I did find it, I tried it, I made it, and I was in love with it. And then the next time I had it was when you were at my house, and I wish that you could make it for me whenever I want it, because the way you made it was so much better than the way I made it, basically. But my favorite food, I was gonna say pizza, but Japanese curry is basically the best food that I've had. It used to be CSGO, but honestly, now the one game that I like is Hearthstone that I don't record. I've just got into it, really fun. Don't think anyone would want to watch me play it because I'm not good at it yet, but hopefully I can be good. I mean, the first pack I bought, I got a legendary, so that was fun. But I'm still getting better at it and learning it, so that's the game that I don't really record. People change, man. I don't know. I have changed. Everyone's changed. Everyone changes. You just gotta change with them. I can't say that like the 2011, 2012 Utoric is completely gone. I don't know. I'm still me. It's just I'm an older me. I like different things now. I dislike different things now. I'm more mature. I'm less of an idiot. I'm more... Is that true? I don't think that's true. Probably not true. Anyway, people change. You just gotta get with the times and change with them. Not many people like change, but unfortunately, that's what happens in life, so that's all I can say. I think the series that I had the most fun with was, and is, The Binding of Isaac, Wrath of Lamb, and Rebirth. Still one of the easiest games to play, one of the easiest games to have fun with, and one of the most rewarding games I've had on my channel. I've never had a series go past the episodes that I've had with that, and people still love it and still love to watch me play. So I guess The Binding of Isaac, the least one I think was League of Legends. Mainly because the attention to it was good, but it was all negative attention. A lot of people telling me that I was an idiot, and I knew, mainly because I had no idea what I was doing. The best thing about being a YouTuber is, wow, what is the best thing about being a YouTuber? There's a lot of things. I think the best thing about, for me, being a YouTuber is meeting all these different people, which is also the worst thing because you become really good friends with all these amazing people, and because it's the internet, they're not next door, they're not in the neighborhood, they're like 1,000 miles away, 50 miles away, thousands of miles away, and you become really good friends with them, and it hurts because you can't, you know, be around them as much as you'd like to, and with that becomes this sense of, wow, I'm really alone. Sure, I got friends, but they don't like the same things that I do as much as you do 1,000 miles away, you know? So the best thing about YouTube is also the worst thing about YouTube. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I answered like a handful out of the 90+ questions that were asked. Apologies if I didn't answer your question. What I might do later is go through the Facebook asks themselves and answer the ones that I missed out. I will probably do something like this in the future. Again, not anytime soon, because there's no point rehashing the same shit. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I'll see you again for something else. Bye? Yes? Bye? Just bye. Fuck off. Go.